A significant event unfolded on May 17th as Ukrainian drones executed a precision strike against the Tuops oil refinery, located in Russia's Krasnodar Krai. This wasn't the first time the facility faced an attack, but this one was different. The strike ignited a massive fire, a clear visual testament to the impact, sending plumes of black smoke billowing into the sky. Local authorities quickly confirmed the incident, reporting that the fire was eventually contained, but the damage was done. The Tuops refinery is a key piece of Russia's energy infrastructure, strategically positioned on the Black Sea coast. Its primary function is producing various oil products, and it's a vital hub for exports. Any disruption here doesn't just affect domestic supply, it sends ripples through the global energy market. Initial reports from Russian emergency services and local officials tried to downplay the severity, stating the fire was localized and extinguished relatively quickly. However, satellite imagery and videos circulating online told a more dramatic story. You could see the blaze was substantial, engulfing a significant portion of the refinery. Eyewitnesses described hearing multiple explosions before the fire erupted, suggesting a coordinated and multi-pronged drone attack. The Krasnodar Krai operational headquarters reported that the fragments of two-down drones fell on the refinery's territory, which they claimed was the cause of the fire. But the scale of the destruction suggests a more direct and successful hit. This attack highlights the increasing sophistication and reach of Ukrainian drone capabilities, demonstrating their ability to penetrate deep into Russian territory and strike high-value targets. The immediate aftermath saw a complete shutdown of the refinery's operations. This is a major blow. The Tuops facility, operated by Rosneft, has a capacity of around 140,000 barrels per day. Taking it offline, even temporarily, has significant economic consequences. It disrupts the supply chain for both domestic consumption and international exports. This is part of a broader Ukrainian strategy to cripple Russia's war economy. By targeting its energy sector, which is the primary source of revenue funding the conflict, by hitting these refineries, Ukraine aims to create fuel shortages for the Russian military and inflict direct economic pain. The Kremlin faces a difficult choice: divert already stretched air defense systems to protect these industrial sites or leave them vulnerable to further attacks. This incident wasn't isolated. It was part of a larger wave of drone and missile attacks that night. The Russian Ministry of Defense claimed to have intercepted and destroyed over 100 Ukrainian drones and naval assets over several regions, including Krasnodar Krai, Belgorod, and Crimea, as well as over the Black Sea. They specifically mentioned intercepting drones over Novorossiysk, another major port city. However, the successful strike on the Tuops refinery proves that despite these extensive air defense claims, Ukraine's drones are still getting through. This raises serious questions about the effectiveness of Russia's air defense network, especially when faced with large-scale, coordinated drone swarms. The sheer number of drones deployed in these attacks is designed to overwhelm defenses, ensuring that at least some reach their intended targets. The economic fallout from these attacks is becoming increasingly apparent. Russia has already been forced to implement a 6-month ban on gasoline exports, starting from March 1st, to stabilize its domestic market amidst rising prices and shortages caused by previous refinery strikes. With each new successful attack, the pressure mounts. According to some estimates, these strikes have taken a significant percentage of Russia's refining capacity offline. This not only impacts their ability to fuel their military, but also cuts into their export revenues, a critical lifeline for the national budget. The global oil markets are watching these developments closely. While Russia is a major oil producer, it's the refined products like gasoline and diesel that are being directly impacted, creating a potential bottleneck in supply. The psychological impact of these strikes within Russia should not be underestimated either. For a long time, the conflict felt distant for many Russian citizens, something happening far away. But now, with drones striking deep inside Russian territory, setting industrial landmarks ablaze, the reality of the war is being brought home. The sight of a major oil refinery burning near a populated city like Tuops is a powerful symbol. It undermines the narrative of a controlled, successful special military operation and demonstrates a vulnerability that the Kremlin has tried hard to conceal. It creates a sense of unease and proves that the war has consequences that can be seen and felt by ordinary Russians. This can erode public confidence and put domestic pressure on the leadership. Looking at the broader strategy, Ukraine is clearly leveraging its technological ingenuity to level the playing field. Lacking the naval power to directly challenge Russia's Black Sea Fleet, they have turned to innovative solutions like naval drones and long-range aerial drones. These systems are relatively inexpensive to produce compared to traditional military hardware, allowing Ukraine to conduct an asymmetric campaign against a much larger and better-equipped adversary. The attack on the Tuops refinery and others like it are textbook examples of this strategy in action. They are precision strikes designed to inflict maximum economic and logistical damage with minimal risk to Ukrainian personnel. It's a smart, calculated approach that is yielding tangible results. The international response to these attacks has been mixed. Ukraine's allies have generally been supportive, understanding that these actions are a legitimate part of its self-defense against an aggressor. However, some concerns have been raised, particularly from Washington, about the potential impact on global energy prices. There's a delicate balance to be struck. While crippling Russia's war machine is a key objective, there is also a desire to avoid a spike in global oil prices that could have widespread economic repercussions for everyone, including Ukraine's supporters. Despite these concerns, Ukraine has maintained that these energy facilities are legitimate military targets, as they directly fuel the Russian war effort. Kyiv's position is clear. To stop the war, you must cut off the money that funds it. The technical aspect of these drone strikes is fascinating. The drones used are believed to be domestically produced, long-range models. They are likely equipped with advanced navigation systems, possibly including satellite guidance and terrain-following capabilities, which allow them to fly low and avoid radar detection. The use of multiple drones in a coordinated swarm also suggests a high level of command and control. This isn't just a few isolated drones being launched. It's a planned military operation. The fact that they can travel hundreds of kilometers, navigate complex air defense zones, and hit specific targets with precision is a testament to the rapid advancement of Ukrainian military technology developed and refined under the intense pressures of war. The fire at the Tuops refinery burned for hours. Videos showed firefighters struggling to control the blaze, which had reportedly spread over a large area of the facility. The damage to the vacuum and atmospheric distillation units, which are core components of the refining process, is likely to be extensive. Repairing such specialized equipment is a complex and time-consuming process, further complicated by Western sanctions that restrict Russia's access to foreign technology and spare parts. This means that Tuops refinery could be out of commission for an extended period, perhaps months, compounding the problems for Russia's energy sector. Each day the refinery is offline represents a significant loss of production and revenue. In conclusion, the May 17th drone strike on the Tuops oil refinery is much more than just a single incident. It represents a critical phase in the ongoing conflict. It's a demonstration of Ukraine's evolving military strategy, which is increasingly focused on asymmetric warfare and targeting Russia's economic lifelines. These attacks are having a real, measurable impact on Russia's ability to wage war, affecting everything from fuel supplies for its army to its national budget. They are also having a profound psychological effect, bringing the war home to the Russian people and challenging the Kremlin's control over the narrative. As Ukraine continues to enhance its long-range strike capabilities, we can expect to see more attacks like this. The key question is how Russia will respond and whether it can effectively protect its vast and vulnerable energy infrastructure from this persistent and growing threat. This campaign against Russian refineries has become a defining feature of the war in 2024, and its consequences will continue to shape the course of the conflict. Thanks for watching, and be sure to follow for more updates on this developing story.